People from all over the world have gone to Egypt to marvel at the tens of thousands of pieces of stone artwork, artistry that had been produced over thousands of years. Much of that stonework was on a massive scale, so massive that it has become an enigma. How could a Copper Age society create such a vast amount of stone art? Mainstream Egyptologists expect you to believe that men smoothed and shaped those stones with copper tools alone. Amazingly, public images from more than 2,000 years ago immortalize other low-tech stone-working tools on the walls of the Temple of Hathor of Denderah, machines used to quickly remove stone. However, many investigators have wrongly concluded that the Giants of Denderah are holding light bulbs. Sorry. The ancient Egyptians were a low-tech people. Denderah does, however, reveal the secret of how an ancient Copper Age society could finish and sculpture stone harder than their copper tools without high-tech equipment. The surrounding deserts of Egypt contain numerous examples of wind and sand-eroded stone. Even the pyramids have not escaped their sculpturing effect. Mankind has mimicked that effect of wind-blown sand bouncing against rock to cut stone, allowing man to commemorate years, people, and events. The Giants of Denderah is the imagery that reveals the secret of these stone sculpturing tools. However, those machines were hungry gods and required that gifts be given before these gods would do their wizardry. This brain-teasing picture starts at the bottom right of the image and moves to the left. The first representation on this wall, therefore, is Thoth, in the form of a long-tailed baboon. Tradition tells us that this baboon gave the ancient Egyptians their scientific methods. This image has the baboon holding a scribe reed, which is symbolic of revealed knowledge. The baboon is holding the scribe reed in both hands as if he were grasping a century-old butter churn dasher. This scribe reed is pointing down toward the figure with its arms upraised toward the heavens. Those arms are stylized handles, so two men can operate the plunger at the same time. Below this figure with uplifted arms is a cylinder somewhat similar to the base of a butter churn. If the disc attached to the plunger is tight in the cylinder of the device and the plunger is depressed, the container will pressurize. Surprisingly, this depiction has a hose attached to its base, showing that this tool indeed was made to produce air pressure, and with only a few unseen low-tech additions of leather valves, this depiction from Denderah became the prototype of the modern bicycle pump sold around the world. This air pump lift has air lines running out and attaching to cones that are on support stands, and the cones are being directed by two giants. The offerings these gods required is sand and air. Alongside the baboon and the air pump picture is an image of two small men on their knees in the act of pushing down to produce air for the giants to use in their machines. To their left is a small man also on his knees offering a container of sand. This system allowed the energy produced by dozens of undisplayed men to be focused through one small point, a discharge nozzle. These Egyptian machines utilized multiple man-powered pumps to ensure that a constant supply of air would be available. The two giants operating the machines were shown to be much larger than the men offering the air and sand because these giants symbolized the massive amount of work they were able to do when compared to the work accomplished by men using hammers and copper chisels. The cone-shaped hoppers and the pillar supports allowed large amounts of sand to be available for the machines and their air venturi jets. The jet pump used in this machine is the simplest pump system ever developed and has no moving parts. All that is needed is a constant supply of air that is injected through the small internal air nozzle that is placed inside the pipe with two open ends. Then the air jets through and the air escapes out the discharge nozzle. This fast-moving stream draws the air in the pipe out the discharge nozzle, creating a vacuum at the other end of the pipe. That vacuum sucks the sand into the pipe and is in turn blasted out the discharge nozzle. On the side of the giant's cones are images of snakes that are extended to their full length. However, the head and necks of those reptiles are bent back as if recoiling after they had hit a wall. This symbolism depicts that of air and sand as they move quickly toward and hits the target rock, ricocheting off the stone. The speed of the abrasive sand hitting the stone scratches the surface being worked and takes away stone without leaving any metallic tool marks that would have been left by a hammer and chisel. This fast-moving sand can precisely remove stone far more quickly than the finest metallic hammers and chisels ever made. The device that can do this magic is now called the Sand Blaster. A device that can take the barnacles off of supertankers or create replicas of the enigmatic crystal skulls, replicas that can be created in a matter of hours, compared to what the Discovery and History channels tell you took decades.